Yo, hey, what's up guys? We are back for some Amius content, and this time I'm gonna show you how to cheese the boss with our good man Donnatello. I know it is a limited champion, but right now I can still talk about him. It's fine. Later on I won't anymore because I know what is going on, but I'm gonna show you why he is actually amazing in Amius. He is providing a thing. Okay, a thing. You just don't die for one hit. He will prevent you from dying for one time. And this one came in clutch for Sand Devil. I did a version where I just use a reviver, him, and basically I covered the whole thing in a speedrun fashion and all of that. And it was really amazing. But also it is amazing in Amius. Before we're gonna jump in with the whole team, I'm quickly gonna show you that my Mifrala, if she had a 5-star blessing, she could do this solo. In regeneration set and also in immortal, having enough accuracy, just don't die, and you can do this solo by just spamming A1, get the poisons out there and the brimstone. Of course you need brimstone, but with a 5-star you would have it. But I do have a 3-star. So that means my Mifrala doesn't really do the job for me, just solo, and that's okay. Like, it's a free champion, that's why I picked her. But also, I want to make her work. Like, for example, right now I do my A1. You see the damage. She might die, she might not die. It depends if I crit or not. But she can't do this reliable. Like, I need to do so many rotation that I don't even want to try every time. Oh, I just don't get crit and everything will be fine. But we can put in our Donnatello. First of all, he is healing on his A1. Really nice. I like that one. That helps a ton. And it helps to cheese the boss. And also, I have continuous heal and strengthen. They come in clutch really later. I'm gonna show you a couple versions and stuff like this. But you gotta be aware that you cannot use this skill. This skill will totally mess up the rotation of the boss. And you just don't do it. Please, if you try that later on, just don't do it. And I'm gonna show you now 2 versions of how to approach it. First is, I have good regeneration set. And I simply sold all my bad ones, so I just have the good ones. And I can do this pretty much by just spamming A1s. I will survive, that is no problem for me. But there's 2 ways, especially if you have Mifrala also, to approach this thing. I'm gonna show you firstly my thing, but first we have to talk about something that probably everybody that does the boss agrees that the next attack what the boss is gonna do is kind of mind-blowing and the most threatening. Everybody else can be handled, that is no problem. Just the next thing where he attacks one target 2 times really hard. That is usually the game breaker of a team. So what we gonna do, if I had a 5-star Donnatello, I can navigate this attack to my Donnatello, and because his passive and also his blessing, he would just survive. And it would not matter at all because he will prevent his death, he will equalize his HP and everything. But since I just have a 1-star on him, I navigate the attack to my secondary champion. It doesn't have to be Mifrala. Later on, it is no problem. How you gonna do that? Simply by having your, like, the secondary champion, that the champion that is gonna get attacked, just needs the lowest maximum HP. If you have 40,000 HP, the others have 45k HP, and you have more than, I think, 40% of your life still available in that situation, the boss will always attack the guy with the lowest max HP. And that's how we're gonna use for our advantage. I showed you already, Mikage, she died when she does it alone, but now, since we have him just standing right next to him, I can't really tell if I got prevented by a death at the moment. If it happened, nice, because then I got my HP equalized afterwards. The only thing that is super important, that you survive the first hit of the boss. If the second one kills you, you will be fine. You will get prevented by your death and also then equalize the HP about the other champion that you have in your team. Just half of it, and then the boss has a passive that halves also your healing effects, but that's 25% of the HP and stuff. And I spent just A1 a little bit more. You just saw that I can easily survive that with my gear. I know that I have a lot of things. I can just undo it and farm pretty bad gear quickly. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you the other version. What if you don't have the crazier stats and maybe also not the blessing and you wanna keep it even lower? what we're gonna do is we wanna wait until the boss transforms again. We're just gonna spam A1. We want the poison and the brimstone. Really nice. And then alright. So we're now in the phase where I want to be specially protected is I put out this strengthen. 25% less damage that we get. Plus we get a continuous heal right there. We can actually heal about something. And if you use Mikage, you can put out increased defense in this moment and the boss is not gonna kill you anymore. And also A1's of what's his name again? Donnatello, right? It's not gonna be bad for you, to be honest. And A1's is kind of really nice because we use this a lot. So I made it clear there are two ways to do it. I'm gonna spam just A1 right now while I'm talking. There are two ways. If you have enough gear and stuff, then you can just spam A1s because it's super convenient. And maybe you can just use a click bot or something, just spam the boss all day long, because that will quite take a while in the formation that I have right now. If you use another champion that kills the boss quicker, has more brimstone, more 6-star or something, and it will always happen for you or something, that would be amazing. But also you have the secondary version where you just use your strengthen and maybe whatever you have on the other champion. Maybe it's increased defense for now. You don't have to bring decreased defense. Wait, let me just, I give you quick an example. Like if I just use the skill from our Donatello, I always mess up those names. Donatello, Leonardo, Raphael, blah blah blah. But if you just use the skill of her, like of him, then we can also prevent a lot of damage. And your goal again is just to survive the first hit of it. If the second one kills you, it does not matter. And that's the cheese about it, because he lowers your requirements a lot. Like I wasn't having it so easy ever again. I just gotta make sure that they have enough HP when they go into that super duper hitting attack, and I can make that pretty easily. I have continuous heal, I got his A1, I got regeneration, some masteries, and when all those things come together, we will always arrive at this moment. He hits us really hard right now, sometimes less hard, sometimes a little bit more, but then we can heal at this moment pretty easy. I can just continuous heal right there, get some heal, regeneration, I'm almost full, that is totally okay. Just make me survive the first hit now. And with my strengthen, he was not even able to kill me at this moment. Also, you can use that. It doesn't have to be like the super cheese where you just prevent the super death and stuff. But yeah, that's basically it. But I also want to quickly talk about the ending. Wait, let me talk about something else, because that is super important. Whatever I show right here, it is 2-man. I understand that maybe some people are like, that is kind of a little bit hard and gear requirements. But also you have other champions that you can put in here. Of course, they kind of need to fit the theme that they, for example, a healer is really nice. A reviver and a healer right next to them would be amazing. So you can just use your heal skills in a certain moment. You get up your HP and it's okay. So whatever you see right there, you can just put something else in here. Just make sure that they don't die in between. Whenever you hit that moment when the boss is gonna do his super crazy attack, just be full HP or almost full HP, and the guy that you want to be attacked has the least maximum HP. Not in that moment, it's in your details. Like you go outside, you gear your champions, and those numbers, what I mean. You see HP 40,000, this guy has 60,000, so the 40,000 guy will be attacked if my HP is... Wait, alright, come on. It must be like that. There's always something. He killed me. Why did he actually kill me? I'm curious. Like, I maybe should have just used strengthen and increased defense like I said already, and it would be finer. But also I can show you a screenshot. I will put a screenshot up in post edit afterwards. I put it in there that you can see I did it like this, but I want to talk about quickly the ending. It's kind of, yeah, you found cheese, but it doesn't work. Oh, stupid Bronco. But no, let's talk about the ending, because the ending is quite dumb. Because you need to kill the boss when he goes, let's just go into the phase where I mean, and we just imagine that the boss is pretty low at this moment and no problem. And you just pay a little bit more attention to your run, get out the strengthen, and you should be fine. I'm just lazy pressing the A1 all day. But the ending is kind of a little bit dumb. Like, it's not happening all the time that you kill the boss. So let's put out the strengthen this time. I learned, okay, I do it. And then, okay, after this attack, there's a certain moment. So at this moment, when the boss has like almost no HP, let's say he has like 10% HP left or something like this, like almost ready to die. You need a brimstone in this moment right now. Like, we don't have one. Let's see if we get one. Like, we didn't get one. Okay, that is fine. But the problem is every time you go now into the next attack, the boss is gonna heal. So what you're gonna see right now, like, boss is gonna heal right there. And then you need a brimstone right here. And then afterwards you need another brimstone hitting in for the next attack. And also your poisons. All together make it that you can get rid of the last HP bar what he's gonna do. It's kind of a tricky thing because every time you need to kill the boss in his normal form. And if you don't, the boss is gonna respawn. So you wanna have that really working for you. And the only thing we have for damage is brimstone and poison. So we need the brimstone right when he healed, right on the next attack. So we can just get rid of the last thing. That will happen for you, 100%. It is not the craziest thing in the world to happen, but also it will not happen a couple of times for you. And then the boss will just respawn with half HP because you've maybe killed it in the wrong phase or something. Don't worry, you can just continue your run. You press A once or just, yeah. You actually should use strengthen at this moment. And yeah, because I lost basically. But yeah, that's how you're gonna kill him, just by having brimstone in this one moment. And that is kind of also an RNG thing. If you don't have brimstone on a 6-star, for example, or something, then it's kind of odd to place it in that moment. And it's kind of an RNG thing. But yeah, it will happen for you. And yeah, that's basically it about it. A little trick is if you use someone else, a third party member in this team that is gonna survive by itself and it's not gonna attack by the super duper hard hitting single attack, then you can make, for example, I could put in him. He can put out also poisons and stuff. But he has one thing about it. He has a decrease attack. And if you want to make it spicy, you just do the same. Let's say, for example, he's in there, he does all the poisons, We go all the way, don't think he is a 2-star or something. Just think he has 2-star of blessings or something. And then we go to that one moment where you need to kill him, but the boss is gonna heal and stuff. But if you use right before decrease attack, the boss is gonna switch into his other form. And then he does that stun skill where he tries to transform his debuffs into buffs, and that triggers another brimstone when he has like 10% HP, and you can pretty much easily kill him off. That is a nice little trick that I sometimes use, but yeah, obviously not happening with Mifrala because there is no other skill that puts like decrease attack or something. But let's talk also about the stats because they are super important, right? I could just do, instead of searching them up, recently used first. Nice. I like that button when it's actually working and not like in Hydra when you free regroup or something. But yeah, again, about the stats, I told you already, if you don't have the stats, you use the other version where you put out the, what's it called, strengthen and increase defense for Mifrala right now. And those are the stats. They are good, but also not the craziest. Like, yeah, like, you can go lower than this. It shouldn't be that much of a problem if you just use the right setup. So we got 70k HP, 4500 defense. You want to have like more defense than HP. Also not the lowest HP, don't get me wrong. But you focus a little bit more on defense if that target will be the target for the attack. So that's about it. Like speed, we do have 270, yeah, you can go 250, that's also a okay thing to do. And also we need the accuracy, and since she is in the lead, we could skip a little bit because she provides that increase accuracy aura. Also, what I didn't do is relics. You can easily use this one, and it's much cleaner. You did that one time I died, it wouldn't happen if I had that one. As simple as it is, it's just, yeah, I just put it in. Especially you have like a gemstone, you get even further 5% damage negation. Awesome. Like, I just didn't to make a point that you don't need it, and it's actually Donnatello doing the work. And also Donnatello could do the same relic and stuff. Of course, we got brimstone. That's what you want on one champion, like whoever's gonna be your damage dealer is. You can use brimstone only But having something extra for damage, like poison or something, is always HP burn. Maybe some max HP hit that champion provides, like a nude, but in a region set or something. And just having a little bit extra damage is also really nice. I put War Master in there because I didn't need to, but also you can go like accuracy and all these things. What I just really highly recommend is this mastery right here, because you get heal when the boss is gonna heal, but the heal is gonna heal when you heal, so you get an extra heal basically. And this one, because you can, yeah, also prevent a lot of, they basically copy the defense tree. That is really an amazing thing for Mithrala, especially for Amius. And yeah, let's talk about our boy, our man. You saw yourself that this guy is not getting attacked by the super hard hitting attack. So whatever you do later on, you just need to have more HP than the other target, or more HP in general. And you should be fine, because like he prevents so much healing and stuff. You will be arriving at that one moment and you should be fine. So what do we got on stats for him? Regeneration, Immortal. You don't have to go that crazy sometimes, but yeah, he has 86,000, just more than my other target. Then less defense, because I was focusing up more on HP, so he doesn't get attacked. And since he has so much healing about his HP and stuff, even makes more sense. No resistance, no HP, no resistance, no accuracy, because we don't need to. Again, I could put the golden elixir in here, would make it much cleaner, and I wouldn't even have that much stats. But yeah, I should actually use this, because it's a standard relic, and whatever you pull in this game, it can lead up into a golden elixir. So this one is quite achievable and useful. So like maybe but if I can just not use it, it's even better. Why not? Like, yeah, to make a point, I got Lightning Cage on him. It's just more PvP thing and stuff. And I do not even have masteries on him. Didn't I do like background fights or something? No, I didn't. I think I wanted to, but I didn't start it. But yeah, even if you put masteries, the same defense tree as Mithrala. And also, yeah, War Master probably for me. Like, but yeah, probably War Master. You don't need accuracy, you don't need anything too crazy. What you also can do is to get on the speeds, is that you put like 3 foods in there, and then you just let them die, that you get more speed about this tree. That also makes it way easier to get to the, those speeds that you actually need to, because you want to still be tanky. I get that and stuff. It's not the easiest part to do, but way easier if you have Donnatello. But yeah, there will be basically everything about him. Amius is also a really nice thing. He became in really clutch into, what's it called, Sand Devil. He is really amazing in Hydra, in Chimera also. He can be used right there. He has all the tools that he needs to make your team, yeah, just better, or maybe just another variation where he is just, yeah, basically, yeah, he got your back. And yeah, but I think that will be everything. You need to know what was going on. I like Donnatello. In a few bits, in a few weeks or something, I'm not allowed to talk about him anymore because other people won't get him and stuff. But still, if I find something super cool, I need to tell you guys. But yeah, that will be about it. Make sure to press that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.